How was the meeting with the Nordic countries?
Nice.
Did you get their votes?
I don't know. They will never disclose that, of course. And all these presidents will have to talk to their boards as well. And they cannot give a vote because after me there was Alexander Seferin in the room right now while we're talking. So, of course not.
Can you describe your relationship with the Swedish Federation head Karl-Erik Nilsson and his role in that you candidated for the UEFA presidency?
The last thing I don't know his role, but I can tell you that our relationship is wonderful. We are both referees, and Sweden is in my portfolio. Every EXCO member has a country in its portfolio, which means that you have direct contact between the EXCO and the country. And Sweden is for years in my portfolio, so my relationship with Karl-Erik is fantastic.
I was told that he wanted you to run for a UEFA president.
No.
He never told you that?
No.
Did you go to and meet Seferin in May to discuss that he would take, you would take the first 2.5 years, and you?
Now I know what you mean.
Could you explain?
No. That was a little bit different. I was in Finland at the General Assembly of the Finnish Football Federation, and Karl-Erik was also there. And there he asked me if I would be prepared to be the bridge between now and the future. And he meant that I would do this for 2.5 years, and that then Alexander Seferin could take over. That is what he asked me. And I said yes, because at that moment I was only planning to do it for 2.5 years. Now my plan is to bring the UEFA statutes in line with FIFA statutes. That means raising the maximum age to 75, which is normal because everybody gets older, everybody works longer. And in that case, if the associations want me, I can go on and I will go on. But okay, I went to Slovenia on the Monday after that meeting, and then I talked with Alexander, and then Alexander told me that, yeah, I know Karl-Erik asked this, but I thought it over, but you see, now I have a chance, and you never know what happens in 2019. So no, thank you for the offer, I will run myself. That's how it went.
How come you have these kind of discussions when you say it should be an election and an open election?
No, because if Karl-Erik asked me to have a talk with me over a beer, I do that. I don't know. When he asked that, I don't know what's all about. So
you were.
You should ask him.
I will. No doubt, I will. You were Sweden's candidate for the FIFA presidency in 2015. Now, Karl-Erik Nilsson at least told me in an interview that he will vote for Seferin unless something very dramatic happens.
Now, yeah, then I hear what you say, but then you should ask him, not me.
But how do you feel that a country that's been in your portfolio, that wants you to go and bridge over for Seferin, now supports Seferin?
Yeah, but you tell me that he said so, but that doesn't say that it is true. Sorry, I only hear it from you. I don't hear it from him, so I have no comment.
Do you think there is some kind of alliance and with the Euro 2024 and 2028, and also for Sweden to get a position in the EXCO?
I have no idea. The only thing that I know is that we didn't discuss it, and we even didn't mention these years. So you should ask him. I don't know.
But do you understand this frustration in Sweden? We didn't get games for the Euro 2020, and that was mainly, at least that's the conclusion they have, that we're not on the EXCO in the UEFA, and they're desperate to get on the EXCO.
I tell you something. The Nordics have somebody in the EXCO, Alan Hansen. And Alan Hansen will step down, I think, next year. So it is quite expectable that there will be somebody else from the Nordics. But what happened last year is that although Alan Hansen was still at the EXCO, the Nordics came with 2 other candidates. Yeah, that is too much. Don't expect to have 2 people from the Nordics in the EXCO. So, but I'm pretty sure that at the end, when Alan Hansen steps down, there will be somebody in the EXCO from the Nordics, because everybody acknowledges the importance of the Nordics. That's no question about it. But it is still an election, it is not a security.
You're very clear that you're for transparency and everything and democracy and like that. But still, these kind of things seem to happen in the elections when it's either the FIFA election or the UEFA election.
But you see, I don't talk about other people. I talk about myself. I think that the fans in the world have the right to know what's going on in football. And especially the presidents of the associations and the general secretary of the associations, that is their right. They are UEFA, not us. And that is something which is not the case today, and that is something that has to be restored. And I know that everybody who's in election say this, but I come from Holland. And in Holland we think about this as a normal day-to-day thing. I mean, in my association, the media, the government, the social media, everybody, they want to know what's going on. And if we are not transparent enough, they tell us. So for me, that is not a thing that I only say in the elections. It is something which is part of my life because I'm used to it.
Tuesday, when the story from the Norwegian magazine Josimar dropped, you were quite upset in an interview with Swedish Aftonbladet. Have you changed?
No, I have not changed. I mean, but what I said there is that if it is true, only if it is true, then I'm shocked. But if it's not true, then I'm a happy man. And that is exactly my situation at the moment.
Did you get any guarantees from Karl-Erik Nilsson that he hasn't decided who he's going to vote for?
I didn't ask him.
No, but you say that he has told you that they wanted a candidate to run, not going to vote him. So you must have discussed it.
No, you're wrong. No, you're wrong. I didn't discuss it. You see, I'm a president myself of a federation, and I know how terrible it is that candidates always come to you. Will you support me? Will you tell everybody that you support me? And what are you going to do? No, leave him alone. I mean, he has to discuss this with his board as well. He's not the only one who decides this. So no, I leave him alone. And we talk to each other. We have a beer together, and we are grown-up people.
How do you think the election will end?
I think I will win.
Will that mean a space in the Exco for Karl-Erik Nilsson?
But you are practicing the same things that you don't like. So don't ask me this question.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.